Have you ever tried to root a fig cutting upside down? I know Charles over at IV Organics and a couple other people have mentioned about trying to root one of these upside down. And since I've come across a few different trees in my neighborhood with just unlimited amounts of cuttings, I figured I would try my hardest to try and different ways of rooting stuff. Big ones, fat ones, skinny ones. And like I said, upside down. So I've got a couple in a pot that's upside down and right side up. And I've got a bunch of spare cuttings. What I've done is I've clipped these things up a bit. And I've decided I was going to try and root a couple outside and inside upside down. So basically I took one of these and like I said, chopped it up, put root hormone on all the pieces and just stuck it in the dirt and put it outside. And that was on November 25th. I put a little bit of paste on the top to keep it from drying out and I just put it aside. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these and we're going to come back and see what these look like now. Hang in there. Okay, I want to show you these two projects that I've started on 11/25/22, which is today is 2/25/23, let's call it. So it's been 3 months. These are both upside down. And you can see here that we have some growth off of this one. I just accidentally knocked the leaf off of it because I pulled it up just to see if I could see any roots because there was nothing showing from there. This one I thought was complete goner because it's dried out. And that was a branch node at one time that might have been snipped. This too is upside down. But when I lifted this out of the dirt today, I saw it had roots. So we're gonna attempt to do that without ruining it. We're gonna attempt to do that again right now. Because all I did was I actually just dumped it out into a bucket. And then I saw that and I put it back in immediately. So let's see if I can get. All right, I don't want to disturb it too much, but you can see we have roots in a few different points here. And I've probably just messed it up. But you can see they're in there, so I don't want to take that apart. I'm going to put this back in the soil and hopefully that it'll continue to grow. And out in the garden, I have this project where I took two fat cuttings, the same size, one upside down, one right side up. And we're gonna keep an eye on this and hope in spring something's gonna come to life. And then out in the yard, you can see that some of the sticks that I had put into pots are starting to come to life. That's a pretty good tall one right there. Here's another one that I have that's also upside down in a big pot. And these have been sitting out here since November 25th, I think it is. And as you can see, these are pretty fat cuttings. Now, a couple of these I've loosened up and taken out. And then I've cut chunks off. And after them being in the dirt here for a few months, then I've taken them and wrapped them up, cut them down into smaller pieces and taken them inside. You can see there's a couple more here. And so like I said, I've cut some of these sections off and I've taken them inside and putting them under some heat. And let me show you how fast those come to life in just a couple of weeks. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken a couple of those big branches that had been in the ground since the end of November, and I've taken and wrapped them up. And you can see, I did these just a couple of days ago. I decided to do some upside down, I'm not gonna call them fig pops. They will be eventually fig pops, but I kind of want to just start trying to create some humidity in these bags and trying to get them to root on the bottom. But this is one of the ones, I did this right side up. I wish I would have done it upside down, but this is just 2 weeks or so in a baggie with the heat. And if you look at this piece that's broken off, this is when I first cut this branch off. This just snapped off. I'll put a picture up here of that branch, what it looked like when I first put it in the dirt. But it sat in the dirt for 2.5 months. And then now it just comes in here. And every couple of days I unwrap it and I spray it with a little bit of water, and then I just put it back into a baggie and put it over some heat. You can show that, see, that has some great results. Okay, so here's exactly what I'm doing. As you can see, these are upside down. So I'm gonna try and keep the bottom of these in this moist towel. I'm gonna rubber band it closed, and then I'm gonna seal it in the Ziploc and put some bottom heat on it. You can see I've only done this like 2 or 3 days ago. And so, they haven't shown any signs of life yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back in there. And we're gonna come back to this one in a couple of weeks and see how it is. So right now, this is just gonna be upside down rooting of fig tree cuttings. All right, that's it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Come along with me on this journey as I fix up old cars, work on my trees, and do anything I want in my retirement. Thanks for watching. The Gearhead Gardener here on Play TV. Thanks for watching. Ciao.